axis. This is going to be a quick video on postural awareness and postural strengthening. Very good for before you do exercises, if you have pain, postural pain, because what happens is we're in a society that we sit a lot. We're on our phones a lot. We're on the computer, and we tend to be here. You see that? Mid-back, my shoulders are forward, my head is forward, and we are in this position, right? And then we want to go train or work out, and we're working out.
That's what causes injury.
Position,
yep.
Right? So the exercise I'm going is going to really bring your shoulder blades back, work on that chin tuck, have that open chest, and work on those specific muscles that hold everything up. Because over time, your pecs get tight, all your muscles in your neck, your scalenes, your traps, all that gets tight. And so we want to retrain the muscles to hold your shoulder blades together, hold your head up, and then go from there. And it also incorporates your core too, because if you're doing these muscles and you're extending in that low back, so you have to draw in that transverse abdominal muscles, which is your corset.
Oh, your corset.
Sorry, yeah, it's like your corset for your back that protects your back. So with all these exercises, I'm incorporating a slight chin tuck. I'm drawing my belly button in with the transverse abdominal muscles, and then I'm gonna start. So the first one I like to do is just your upper trap retraining, because what happens is a lot of people, when they're tight and they're picking something up, that's the first muscle that goes, right?
Shouldn't be.
That muscle shouldn't kick in until about 90 degrees. And so this is a good way to retrain that muscle, and it's pretty difficult. So I usually like to find a wall or a door or something that I can do it on, just so I have I know where my body is. And so you start with your elbows below your shoulders. You do that chin tuck. You're going to raise it up to shoulder level. And then at shoulder level, you're going to shrug as much as you can. And then you're going to raise it as high as you can right here. You're going to hold it for 10 seconds. And I'm still doing a chin tuck. I'm still drawing my belly button in, squeezing my bottom. And then when I come back down, I come down to shoulder level, keeping it shrug. And then at shoulder level, I relax completely and then lower.
Except you still got your core activated.
Yeah, the whole time. And so that is your upper trap retraining. And you should feel it right here, and you're like, oh.
After you get past 90 degrees.
Very, like, attractive, where you're, like, getting your double chin.
Tommy, like, wing it.
Yeah, hey. And then, but once you hit back at that shoulder level and you relax, it's just like a whole, like, release.
Yep.
Okay? So the next one I'm going to do is called, we're going to retrain your serratus anterior. And so your serratus anterior goes from the inside part of your shoulder blade and wraps around to your ribs. So that's what holds your shoulder blade down to your ribs, your rib cage, right? A lot of people, like, they can it's called winging scapula. You see that? That's pretty, like, that's showing, like, probably weakness of that muscle.
Well, it can still, you have range of motion.
Right.
Right.
But that's what you want that shoulder blade to be on that rib cage, okay? So you're going to be in that same position, shoulder width apart, and then I'm going to go about maybe 2 inches away from the wall. I have that chin tuck, tight core, and then I'm going to try to reach to the door with my elbow and my forearm, and I am going to rotate, or like bring my shoulder blades away from my spine, right? And I can feel it. I can feel it right in between my shoulder blades.
Between your shoulder blades, like you're
right
stretching?
Right on the edges of my shoulder blades.
Okay. And do you feel anything in that muscle there?
Yeah.
The one that's holding it forward?
Yeah. So I'm going here. I'm keeping that position. chin tuck, and I'm just gonna go up a couple inches and down a couple inches. And this is it. And this right here is tough.
You got your core activated. And you're trying to touch that wall with your elbows when you're standing that far away.
Yeah, so it's like you're hugging a barrel in a way.
And so you're pushing those shoulder blades forward anteriorly around your body.
Yep, and you can also put like a little TheraBand around your forearms and push it away, and it'll just really light up. Okay. And that's your serratus anterior, and there's different ways to retrain that, but that's the one I enjoy the most with less setup, and it's quick and easy. And you do about 2 sets of 10. And for that upper trap, you hold it for 10 seconds. I'd start with 5.
5 sets, 10-second holds. That's what you would do.
And that's what I would do. And, you know, if it gets easier, you can do 10-second holds. And then if it gets too easy, that's kind of like what you refer to when you're
filling out of
You do 1 or 2 before you exercise, and then those are supposed to be kicking
all about getting those muscles activated. Yeah.
So the next one, we're going to be working on your middle trap, and that is right in between your shoulder blades. It's bringing your shoulder blades together. I like the wall. I spend most of the time around the wall when I do these exercises. So this, I'm engaging my core. I need to make sure my upper trap isn't kicking in when I'm doing it. I have that slight chin tuck. I'm here at the wall. I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades back. Step on. And then my thumb is going to rotate out. And then I'm coming to squeeze my shoulder blades together.
And so your shoulder blades are trying to squeeze in here.
Right there.
Right here?
Right there.
Trying to kind of like, this is the bottom of her shoulder blade, so it's right in there. And the top of her shoulder blades are right here.
And I have to keep in mind where my head is and my chin.
Try not to over tuck your chin or...
This.
That's no bueno. Right there.
Right there. And I don't want to feel it in my upper trap. That's probably where you're going to feel it initially, just because that's what been...
Yep, and you have this transverse abdominis activated, right?
Mm-hmm. If you can see that.
And your thumbs are pointed back.
And I'm like for me, what I feel comfortable is I'm on that like athletic stance. Like I'm in my midfoot, I have my knees slightly bent, I'm tightening my core, and I'm in here. And that's where I feel comfortable with. So that would be the T for middle trap. And now we're going to do lower trap. Okay? So we're going to do a Y. I feel like this is a little more difficult for me. So I'm in shoulder width. I'm on my midfoot. I'm tucking my tail under, working that transverse abdominal. I'm bringing my arms up here.
You're touching the wall there?
I'm touching the wall, and my chin is slightly tucked. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my shoulder blades down and back. And then I'm going to go out. My thumb's out.
So you're trying to put your shoulder blades down?
Yep.
Like this direction?
Yep. It's like a V.
Trying to put them in opposite pockets?
Yeah, I saw that. I could feel my shoulder blade, my scapula winging.
Yep.
Is it good?
It feels okay. So right there, the tip. Right there's the other tip.
And then it goes right down to the V.
They're trying to come
in here. But I need to
be
careful, because if I go too far, I don't want to arch in my low back.
You start arching your back if you go too far. So
that's why that tilt is so important.
You get that pelvic tilt. It doesn't allow that, and your ribs will help hold it down. You get your transverse abdominis activated. You get your pelvic tilt, and you pull those shoulder blades together, and you shouldn't be able to actually arch like that anyway.
Yeah.
Got your chin tuck, and these guys are going that way, and that one's coming this way. Nice.
Okay, last one. And again, you're against the wall, and this is a good feedback, because for me, like I have that huge lordotic curve, and I'm trying to draw my belly button in and bring my shoulder blades back, and I'm in a good neutral position.
Almost trying to get your spine just lined up along that wall. That's why she has a chin tuck, and she did the pelvic tilt to push her lumbar spine backwards.
And I'm gonna have my elbows close to my body, my thumbs facing out, palm up, and all I'm doing is externally rotating my shoulder.
Traps are relaxed. Are you trying to pull your shoulder blades down at all?
I am.
So your shoulder blades are trying to go
down.
down.
Well, and I have to
go
kind
down.
of get in that
They're trying to go down
position.
into that V again.
And you can always add resistance.
Put a band on your hands.
Yeah, little weight, but you really want to focus on this form. Because if you lose this form and I'm like here, or my shoulders are forward, then what you're doing is you're just irritating the shoulder more. So I'm really trying to open everything up, have my spine stacked up, and going back. And that's it. So if you have any questions or, oh, there's another one, but okay. You want me to add that one?
Yeah, let's add that one in
So
there.
this is an angel wings. It's kind of similar to what we just did, but this one, your knees are bent, your spine is stacked up. You're going to be at your pinkies. Your pinkies are going to rotate out. And this might be difficult for people.
Some people can't touch
So
this.
don't like force it, but like do what you can. And then you're going to do angel wings or wall wings. You go up and down. And I don't know if you can see from the side. And look at how my back is against the wall.
Yep, she has her chin tuck going. She got her back against the wall, trying to keep the elbows on the wall and the pinkies along the wall. And she's doing a little arch there. Angel wings, right?
Yeah. And so if people have that mid-back tightness, that thoracic tightness, and the tightness in the front, this is difficult to get in that position.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do what you can, even if it's right here, if that's what you can,
Just
you're
trying to pull them
squeezing
back
those
without
shoulder
losing
blades
form.
together, and you're working in this position. And then hopefully you can gradually work to where you have that range of motion. So check us out, look at these videos. If you have any questions on the form, or if you want to take a video of yourself and send it to us, we'll be happy to look at it and tell you what we think. And like I said, these are exercises that we fall back on when we feel either slight injury or you've been sitting too long, like, you know, especially if you are sitting at a desk or working at home from a computer. It's good to maybe like do a few of these to make you sit upright, and then maybe after you're done, you kind of if you're in this position, you want to do something in this position, opening everything up. So check us out, and please share to anybody, any friends, family, anything, and like, subscribe, everything. Thank you.